Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'd love if you would subscribe. So today's video isn't going to be a typical video. Basically, I'm just going to come out and say, hi, my name is Shania, and I have AVM. If you don't know what AVM is, I just want to preface this out here. I'm not a medical doctor, but this just makes the most sense of what this means to me, of what I have, and how they've described it to me. Every situation is different. So let's get started. So I guess let me just answer the big question. What is AVM? AVM stands for arterial venous malformation. AVM, basically, in a short sense, is I have a lot of blood flow coming up to my brain. With that blood flow, you have your arteries and your veins, and with all that blood flow, it's like a hose. It's just enlarging, and has caused some spots in my brain to twist, and has caused a lot of aneurysms in the back of my head. Luckily, have not popped in a way. I don't know if that's the right word. Where they were able to treat it in time to block off where the blood flow is going to. So that's pretty much in the sense of what AVM is. Now, how I found out I have AVM. So for the past year or two, I've been dealing with headaches. Headaches were turned into like migraines, and they would happen, I thought, seasonal, because I was getting them in spring. Summer I didn't get them, and then I'd get them back in fall. But back in fall time, winter time of November of 2018, October of 2018 comes when I was getting them on a more frequent basis. And I mean on a frequent basis, I was getting them on a daily basis, twice a day. It felt like someone was squeezing my head so hard and I couldn't function. I would have to lay down at work and have ice packs on my head because my head was so hot and inflamed. Now, that led to me not being able to take it any longer, and I went to the doctors. From there, the doctors, I was like, we need a CT scan. I had a CT scan done. Basically, they use medical terms, but basically, short summary, it said like pressure on the brain. From there, they're like, we want to book an MRI. And then I'm like, okay, this is going in the right direction. I'm getting answers. The answers that you want are necessarily what you want to hear, and you would think that maybe it's a simple fix of just getting on good migraine medicine, but in this situation that was not the case. I apologize right now. I am extremely congested. I have really bad allergies right now, so I just want to put that out there. So after they're like, okay, have an MRI. And I'm like, okay, great. We booked the MRI. I was supposed to get the results on a Tuesday. I had the MRI done on like a Wednesday. I heard the news on a Friday. I got the call from the doctor, and the doctor said, and honestly, at that moment, I don't remember really what the doctor said word for word. I was sort of in a state of shock. And just said, what neurosurgeon do you want? We're getting in touch with one. You have something that's called AVM. The neurosurgeon will tell you more of the treatment plans and the options to go from. Basically, that was a short sum of it all. And at that point, I was freaking out. I was crying. I found out at work. I'm like, how is this happening to me? It was just like, I just saw I was just fine. 2 years ago, nothing was wrong, and now look at where I'm at today. And it really, everything put in perspective of, you have to live every day to the fullest, because you never know what's gonna happen. So after that, I left work, got in touch with my neurosurgeon. He said, okay, there's 3 options, and this varies with every case, and these were the 3 options that I was given. I don't know if this is something that's done across the board, but this is what I was given. He said, you can have 1. We can just go up through your artery in your thigh, go up to your brain and take images. Two, we could go up, take images, and do something that's called a treatment called embolization. Embolization is where they will block off with like a metal coil and glue where the blood flow is hitting a very worse targeted area. And now with that target area, it'll help with the blood flow block off, so it'll help sort of heal it. Or three was radiation, and 4 was brain surgery. I think I said there was 3 options. There's I think about 4. The first one's just more photos, so I really didn't think it was an option. Like, it was just sort of mandatory. So 3. And he said to me, and that was what really made my decision, he's like, we could take photos. I really think embolization will be a good option, and I'll remember that's option 2 or option 1. And take photos and treat it as well. He's like, I really don't want to wait and press on this issue because there is a possibility you could have a stroke. And when I heard that, I was like, I think we'll just go in, take photos, and do embolization, where they'll do metal coils, block off certain parts of the blood flow, and there's reasoning of where they blocked off and why, and go from there. And so we did that. I had the weekend, and on Monday we went in for surgery. That was in December of 2018, and I am still battling it now. It is currently October of 2019. From there, I had another embolization treatment. The first procedure helped immensely. I had a lot of aneurysms at the back of my head, so once they blocked those off and it wasn't going pound, 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 it helped with my pain immensely. I had another procedure in March, I think, of 2018, and then the pain sort of decreased and I was doing like good from there. Apologize for my allergies. And then from there, a few months went by, and then I would say July, August, my pain started increasing. Nothing on like a very bad level, but it was more just the level of it was too much for my liking, and I felt like something needed to be done. It felt like someone was just like digging into my eyebrow, and I knew I wasn't treated or fixed yet because I knew there were still a lot of treatment plans to do. And when you have a case like this, I don't know, every hospital is different, but my case would be brought with other neurosurgeons in the area and discussed and sort of thought, okay, I'm thinking she does this plan, what are your thoughts? And it came to be where embolization was still going to be an option, but it's not going to be the complete option, where some of the areas are that are in my brain still are too deep into in an area that where embolization of going up, taking off, doing the metal coil can cause some damage. So their reasoning was, we don't want to do that for these 2 areas. So basically what's left is the area on the left, area on the right, and then some areas in the back. So their thoughts were radiation. And when I think radiation, I was sort of scared. I was like, because I think a lot of people radiation to like cancer patients, but radiation in my case situation, it would be like a radiosurgery, and I don't have cancer, so I don't know if it's different for people who use radiation in other forms, but for me, what would look like for me is I got a mass built, almost like a really like shredded mass. It fully secures my head. It's going to be called radiosurgery. They'll emit laser radiation sort of beams into my head, targeting those areas. And so from there, they can really sort of kill those 2 spots on the other side. And then they also want to go back in and do embolization in the back of my head. And that's the same procedure I've been having. So we were supposed to do the radiation a couple days ago. It got pushed back. And so we'll hopefully be doing that in a couple weeks. They'll do one radiation on one side and then the other just to see how I react, and then do an embolization treatment. They might hit it with radiation again in a few months. I'm not too sure. There's reasons, I think, for everything that people go through and what treatment plans they have to do. This was the treatment plan that made the most sense to my doctors. And then from there, if they hit it again. If not, we wait 3 years, and in 3 years to see if it closes and like the blood flow and all that sort of close to a good amount, and like the boo-boo areas or the bad areas decrease enough where it's not causing me pain anymore, and it's not of an area of concern, because there's still that concern of I could just sort of let this go, but there is that high chance, because I have a very severe case, that I could bleed. My brain could have a bleed. I could bleed in my brain, and it's all a matter of catching that and making sure you time that right, and honestly, I just don't want to take that risk. So this was what made the most sense to me. But yeah, so I wanted to really just come on this channel and just have this platform to show that whatever you're going through, whatever, if it's something medical, it's something just within the family, everyone has their own right of what they're going through in their life. And I really want to use this platform on this YouTube channel to just show my story, to show what I've am going through, just because this is going to be a whole different area than I've been dealing with for the prior year. Show my life and just show the struggles, the good, the bad, the ugly, that someone can go through, and just to realize you're not alone. Everyone is going through something in this world, and I just want to use my story to show that to people, and just realize it's all gonna be all okay. If I was talking about this a year ago, I'd be in a whole different state. I think we all can go through emotions of the ups and downs of going through something, bad or good, or medical wise or not. It doesn't all have to be medical, but it's just realizing that there's people out there that are going through it, and if they can get through it, you can get through it too. And so with this platform, that's literally what I want to do. So if you guys want me to do more in-depth videos of what I have, I'm not a doctor, so not everything could be probably by the book. I definitely want to do some vlogs when I'm going to the hospital for my first radiation. That is hopefully going to be in a couple weeks. But yeah, so that's pretty much the end of it, my story. It's sort of just the beginning, because I'm on my way to get cured, in a sense, by what my doctors say in 3 years, and just to see where my life goes from there. In 3 years, I'll be 23. I have so many goals that I want to do. I want to travel. I want to move out of the state, and live somewhere else and just live a great life. And I really would love if you guys would subscribe to join that life and see where my life takes me. But yeah, if you guys have any video ideas or anything you guys want me to do, please let me know. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a new road, a new journey. I didn't start filming this a year ago. I think just because I wasn't mentally ready for people to really, everyone in the world to know what I've been going through and what I have. But I feel like now that I'm at a different point in my age in life, that I feel like this is the time that I think is meant for people to know, and really put out there that AVM is a thing. And it's common enough where people get it, but not a lot of people know about it. If I can definitely share awareness, and just with everything that I've been going through on it, that is something I desperately wanted to do. So, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.